What's good? What's good? I'm back. Yours truly, one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, aka Triple P, aka the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and much, much more. Today I'm going to react to this video of this TikToker using time blindness as an excuse for being late to work. Before that, though, I want to play a advertisement from Dizzle. One of our newer ads that we had for Dizzle brand. Let's get into it. Knowing that Dizzle hasn't hit my Dizzle. It's that lit slap shit. It's that one. Everybody talk about Dizzle.
That's that turn, that lit, that slap, that shit. Everybody talking about Dizzle new song. I got GS jumping on a Tuesday. Dizzle drunk gang deeper than the Wu-Tang. If you love it, then you better cuff your back.
Dizzle, ready to see Dizzle, ready to see Dizzle, wanting to sit, dripping my lip, on my Dizzle, I'm ready to see, I'm ready to Dizzle, wanting to sit, I need more than a drip, I'm ready to sit, I need more than a drip, Dizzle.
That's right, Dizzle. Dizzle is a premium luxury liqueur mixed with agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Just throw your Dizzle on ice and it's nice. If you want to order your very own bottle or bottles of Dizzle premium luxury liqueur, go to dizzlebrand.com, click on our locations, click on one of the top 3 website links. I recommend Emilio's Beverage. You must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. Below that is locations in California, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Arkansas, which is our number 1 selling state for Dizzle brand. Also, the Dizzle brand merch is on dizzlebrand.com, and the Dizzle brand gummies on dizzlenova.com. Link is in the description. That is a collab between Camp Nova and Dizzle. So check it out, Dizzle gummies, and be on the lookout. A lot more new products coming soon. All right, let's get into it. TikToker uses time blindness as an excuse of why they're late to work. It's crazy just thinking about it.
I come across this new woke term that I didn't know before, and it makes me feel like I'm getting old. Okay, I guess I am getting old, but I feel like my mind is a lot older than the people in my generation, right? I really do feel that way, okay? So I feel kind of out of place. I feel like I was born during the wrong time period, okay? And TikToks like this definitely have me scratching my head, okay? Because I really don't know what to make of this one. It's pretty fascinating, some of the woke terminology and things that some of these people will come up with to excuse the fact that they're lazy and that they don't want to take any responsibility or accountability for their actions. And in this case, this story, we got to talk about a woke TikToker who took the TikTok to complain about the fact that somebody had a problem with them being late. And they tried to make an excuse for it, claiming that they have time blindness. Time blindness. And because they have time blindness, that is why.
That sounds like Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. Time blindness. That's Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. What are we talking about here? Let's keep it moving.
They're late, and they should be accommodated as if they have some type of disability. I'm not making this up. Take a look.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question. So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else. And then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist. And if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job. You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, you're
trying your absolute best to be there. So let me see this. Let me get this right. She can see perfectly, but she can't see the clock. Okay.
Stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that.
This other solution. Let's see. What's the solution? Look at the clock. Pay attention. Be aware. Be responsible. Yeah, like I'm gonna let her finish. This is crazy.
Yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system? And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, before he goes in, right there what she said is why there's no such thing as equality in the workplace, and it never will be. Part of equality is equality of effort. That's at the top of the list. Equality, you can't have equality if there's no equality of effort. And she's clearly saying there shouldn't be no equality of effort. We should make an exception for irresponsible, lazy people who can't keep up with time, can't look at a clock. People not blind, but apparently they can't see a clock. They can't see the time on their cell phone. Everybody got a damn cell phone and they can't see it, or they can't set an alarm. They're incapable of setting alarms. Yeah, this is crazy, and I'm gonna let him get into it because I'm gonna tell a story about my grandfather. And we're gonna shut down all this lazy, irresponsible mindsets.
So this person caught a lot of backlash on social media for putting out this silly TikTok. Okay, basically saying that, well, I have time blindness, right? This is why I'm late, right? Basically, already just telling people, yeah, I'm gonna be late, right? I mean, just putting it out there into the world, right? Just self-fulfilling prophecy. I'm gonna be late, right? But don't worry, I'm trying my best. There are people out here who actually defended this TikToker, okay, and tried to basically make it seem like, well, because this person is young or whatever, that, this is okay, right? This type of stuff is what we should be accepting in our culture. Take a look.
No.
Oh my God. You don't have time blindness. That's not a thing. What you do have is a case of massive disrespect and disregard for anyone else around you because you're acting like an entitled, lazy moron. All you have to do is freaking set your alarm clock earlier. This isn't rocket science. What you have is not a disability. It's not a health problem. It's not some sort of mental deficiency. It's a bad freaking habit. You can fix this.
I can appreciate that it must be very jarring for generations that are older to listen to younger millennials, Gen Z and Gen Alpha, advocate for themselves, stand up for themselves, have boundaries, request accommodations, be thoughtful in their approach to seeking employment and challenging employers to be more tolerant. I appreciate that could be jarring for you. Because
wait, be more tolerant to what? Being late every single day, slacking off at the job, not showing up at all. This new generation, they just don't even want to work. They want to go to 3-4 day work days, and yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good that everybody could just have all their bills paid and not have to freaking work. But that's some fairy tale imaginary world, man. I have a friend of mine, I ain't saying no names. I mean, even we've talked about this. He says, he hates working, and I can get it. Like, it sucks, to have to get up every day, and your number one focus is have to make a certain amount of money so you can pay a certain amount of bills and take care of a certain amount of responsibilities. But that's the world we live in. And if you think we're going to live in a world where everybody just gets free rent and free bills, that's funnier than any Dave Chappelle joke. Oh, man. And you know what's crazy? Like, I work 7 days a week. Not because I have to, because I want to. There's some days I don't get sales on my website, but I still work, I definitely enjoy what I do, but yeah, like, this is a sense of entitlement. Let's hear a little bit more.
Because, oh my God, how could you wrap your head around people actually asking to be treated like fairly and appropriately and like ask for things from their employer? Like, how could they? Because times are changing.
No, bullshit. No, because this is the problem. See, these are the same people that be talking about equality in the workplace, but they want favoritism. Favoritism is not equality. Special treatments to just certain individuals is not equality. So we should give special treatment to the young people who are irresponsible, can't set their alarm, don't know how to look at a clock, want to make up shit as they go, like time blindness. This is horseshit.
And I don't know that you know how goofy you look, tagging, stitching, or whatever you're doing to this girl's video, trying to tell her she's an idiot and her experiences aren't real. Like, shut up, step off,
and so are you,
and just sit back and listen. She's gonna learn just fine where she can and can't push in asking for accommodations. But every step her and every member of her generation takes to push employers to be more tolerant is a push and a step in the right direction. Why the fuck are you stifling that? Literally, step off.
No.
We're stifling that because as a business owner, I'm not giving you fucking free work. Like, I'm not like gonna pay you and like basically I'm not gonna pay you and let you just stay the fuck home and not fucking work and shit, Like, I don't do fucking free work, that's for sure. Like, people have to pay me up front for marketing promotions. And if they expect me to just do the work and then get paid later, no, it doesn't work that way in my business. Like, this is such a pathetic, weak, lazy, irresponsible mindset. These motherfuckers just want this movie utopia where nobody has to work. Everybody just got free rent, free bills, free groceries. Like that's crazy. That's that socialist mindset that doesn't even ever fucking work, man.
It's not a step in the right direction. It's a step in the wrong direction. And young millennial women, I'm assuming that's her gender identity because you just never know with these young folks, right? Are the reason why this country is heading in the wrong direction, okay, in regards to their voting habits, right? So, look, here's the thing. When you work a job, it's expected that you're on time, because if you're on time, then that makes everybody else's life easier that works at that company. Like, for example, when I was a cashier in high school, one of the things I would hate the most is when it's time for me to get off, right, for me to leave work, the person that's supposed to be replacing me, taking my register over, is late, right? If that person is late, then I have to stay on the register and continue to work because there's nobody else that can actually work. Now, if I have a doctor's appointment, if I have something to go to, football practice, whatever, I'm going to be more late. I'm not going to be able to get there on time because somebody else wasn't on time.
Which doesn't sound like equality in the workplace to me. Let's keep it moving.
You have to understand that your accommodations that you really don't need for your made up disability are inconveniencing other people, right? There's a reason why you have a schedule. There's a reason why your employer tells you to show up at this time, and everybody else is going to coordinate and operate based off a schedule, right? Assuming that people are going to be on time, right? So when this person comes out here and talks about how they have a made up disability and time blindness, right? What they're essentially saying is that, hey, I'm a special snowflake. And that it doesn't matter if I inconvenience everybody else. My needs, okay, my imaginary disability, okay, aka my inability to take responsibility and accountability for being on time, basically supersedes everybody else and what they need and, you know, whatever obligations they have, right? Again, I mean, you know, and the worst part about it is that you got people out here trying to defend this young girl because she's young. Well, millennials are just, you know, people we should listen to because they're young. And I'm like, no, we shouldn't.
You know what? Let me shut this horse shit down right now. First job I ever worked, McDonald's, Myrtle Beach. Like 18, 19 years old. A guy I rap with, his dad owned 7 McDonald's. I moved down there. I literally worked anywhere and anytime they told me to. They own 7 McDonald's. I mean, I worked at least 2, 3, 4. I worked at 4 to 7 McDonald's. And sometimes they ship me to one McDonald's for months, another McDonald's for months. Wherever they needed us, they worked. There was times when it'd be me and one other person in the store closing the store. Me and a manager closing the store. We wouldn't get out there to 2:30 in the morning because the manager, which was the guy I rap with, was pretty lazy as fuck. He was the owner's son, so he didn't help you out with closing and cleaning nothing. He would just, you know, take his time counting money and shit, so he didn't have to do nothing. So I basically had to close the store at 2:30 in the morning by myself, and we'd have to be back in the store at 5:30 to open at 6:30. You think we go to sleep? Nah, man, we stay up, play video games, and smoke weed. Um, my grandfather, when he was a kid, had to move out. I've always heard this story. Had to move out when he was 16 years old, work at a farm for 3 meals a day, roof over his head, not a penny to his pocket until he turned 18 and went to the army. Like, this new generation is soft as Charmin. They expect everything to be handed to them. They don't want to work, but they want to scream about equality, you know, but they don't want to put in no quality of effort. There's never been equality of effort in the workplace ever in society across the board. There's always been people that come late every day. There's always people that call in more than other people. There's always been people that lean more than others, talk more than others, work less harder than others. There's never been equality in the workplace because there's never been equality of effort. It's all this shit is delusions and illusions. I don't really believe in equality, period. Because I don't think we're all created equal. If we were, I'd be 6'9", 250 pounds. I'd be LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? But I'm 5'4.5", 5'5", $150, $155. You know, we're not all exactly created equal. You know, and our minds, I don't think we're created equal either, because there's so many people that just lack common sense. They don't even apply common sense and common knowledge to things that you should be able to just apply common sense to. You know, like this video I'm going to react to next about this book with the pictures of Black Jesus. You know, people that have been thinking that Jesus is white or all along, or didn't know any better, should have applied common sense. You should have just applied common sense of the region of where Jesus is supposed to be from, and apply common sense and common knowledge, and understand that white people are not from those regions. They're not from Africa and the Middle East, and that Jesus was either Arab or black. You know, but he wasn't white. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people just don't apply common sense and common knowledge to none of this stuff. And let's hear a little bit more. What do you got to say?
listen to them because they don't have any life experience, right? They don't have life experience.
Nope.
They're basically growing up in probably the easiest time ever to be alive. Okay, I
Yep.
mean, just in the history of
Yeah.
this planet, right? If you are a young person, okay, and you are born in the United States, particularly the West, okay, the Europe, okay, UK, United States, whatever, right? Your life is as easy as it's ever been for a human being on this planet, right? And this is why you have a generation of people that are the softest, right? And they're only going to get softer and softer and softer. Okay? And it doesn't help when you have people out here that are basically trying to make excuses for laziness, for not being on time, for not taking personal responsibility and accountability for fulfilling your obligations as an adult, right? You make it even worse. You excusing it by saying, well, we need to listen to them just because they're young, right? No, we don't. We don't need to listen to them. Okay?
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
Yeah, he's right on this. Like when I was at McDonald's Myrtle Beach working, I didn't know shit. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know not even half of what I know now. I didn't know half of what I know now. Yeah, like this idea that a young kid can teach me about life and tell me about life. Nah, they might can teach me about something about TikTok editing or graphic designing, something I might not know in the lines of that, but just teaching me about life in general. I'm with him, man. Time blindness, it's not a real thing. It's called irresponsibility, being lazy. Like I said, I literally had to close the store with one other person in the store at 2:30 in the morning, be back at 5:30, open at 6:30, and then get off to about 2:30 that afternoon, you know. Um work crazy ridiculous hours. Of course, I did have a condo on the golf course, when I was at Myrtle Beach and whatnot as a young lad. But yeah, like I didn't know nothing about what I know now. And I've never been that irresponsible and that lazy, and I never will. I've always valued hard work because if you want to be successful, you got to work hard. I don't. This idea that these people, what do they think they're going to be successful and not work hard? Oh, get the fuck out of here! What a weak mindset. Yeah, we motherfuckers work hard, man. I mean, you think we advertising Dizzle brand not to work hard? We know this shit. Getting Dizzle to the top ain't gonna be easy peasy, man. We gonna have to work hard at this shit, man. So this idea that we go call in late to working on Dizzle every day, we're gonna call in late to promopalace.biz, and nah, man. Even when I say I'm gonna sleep in, man, or I want to sleep in, I need to sleep in, man, I can't. I'm up working. Once again, thank you for tuning in, Paul Pickett Podcast, and I'm out. I'm gonna whistle while I work.